Hello, brothers and sisters of light and dark. Welcome to my page. My page is about common sense. I try to narrow it down to 10 minutes. If you have any questions, you put it down below. Lately, I've been watching my daughter, which is, of course, is educating herself on the international media system of ABCs, 1, 2, 3s, and shapes. But this video is going to be about, white man's fear of the black man, okay? Because I seen the video, and throughout this particular video, things are not clarified to her. She just don't understand, okay, the history too much. So I clarify this so you can understand there is a fear for black men coming up onto the rise, okay? Now, this video is going to be called White Man's Fear of Black Men, okay? And particularly, the white man have so much power always since ancient times, 500 years, 600 years, 1,000 years, whatever. They controlled 70% of the world, baby, 75% of the world. It's all across the world. Though the black race repopulate much faster than the white man, okay, that's another subject, but I'm not going to talk about that here. They put Obama in office. The white man is very jealous of African Americans, okay, or colored people. They don't want to see that. They put Obama in there, and they know they made a mistake. You can see him in the background. Some of them like, oh, we fucked up. We shouldn't have made this black man in there. He is the best man that ever was walking the fucking earth, okay? He got pizzazz, he got attraction, he got a fucking beautiful ass wife, okay? A lot of white men call her a man and shit, but they don't understand the difference, okay? Now, let me go down the list here, okay? Racism still exists by 30 to 40%, give or take marginal area, because basically there's a lot of white folks who consider themselves Christians, okay? And Christians are supposed to give to one another, but they don't want to lose their power, okay? It's back in their head. It's a jealous thing. It's a, psychological, we call it God complex, okay? You want to call it, okay? Psychologically, I've talked to a lot of psychologists and shit, you know what I'm saying? Basically, they love black people, okay? They love black women, okay? They know they can be easily controlled, okay, by material things, okay? Because the true aboriginal people lived in the woods. They lived in the trees and shit like that, while white people came from another planet, another world. Well, there will always be this debate about how black men are nothing, okay? But then they'll always say that white men were cavemen, okay? So fucking what, okay? But look what we're getting at right now. You got the white man who controls 70 to 75% of the world, right? And you got the black man saying we're the original man. What kind of fucking sense does that make? Okay, now we off of that subject. Now, the white man knows about money, that they can easily control the black women, okay? Through money over sex appeal. So since white men don't have a high level of sex appeal, black sisters know the black man is highly attractive, most attractive than any other races. They know this. So black and black go together, you know what I'm saying? But they know they have a mental block in their head, and they don't want to be unsecure. Unsecure means financially secure, okay? This is a subconscious thing that's why black women are basically submissive to white men, okay? So let me go on. We don't want to talk too much about those little tiny subjects, okay? All right? Okay, now, okay, even during the times of slavery, they implemented the Bible in the African American communities in their own lands and many other countries in the world, okay? The Christian Crusades, okay? Hellenization, Greek Hellenization, okay? They implemented the Bible by force. They allowed, which the Bible dictates it's allowed. Slavery is allowed in the Bible. Okay, that's a white man's religion. Come on now. All right, okay? All Christian, nobody's a fucking Christian, okay? That's just a way of controlling people's minds. If you really want to be religious, you go Hindu, okay? You respect people as you want to be respected. That's in the Bible too, okay? Now, the next thing is, okay, I wrote it down. Okay, the white men do have fear, okay? Even with their white privilege, okay? They know how beautiful they are, okay? You see Obama, very attractive man who's up in his age, very pizzazz, knows how to talk professionally just as they do with a touch of pizzazz. Okay, they don't want that shit, okay? They don't want that shit. Republicans don't want to see that shit ever again. Okay, and they're going to make a big mistake if Hillary gets in the fucking office, okay? Because I'm not being against Hillary, but I'm just saying the psychological patterns with women are not about nature, okay? Especially if they want to be like a man, okay? Okay, let me see, okay? This next subject. White men have their Willie Lynch, their black women, coons, okay? And their mental prowess to stop to keep the black men from rising up. They don't want too much education to be put in. Actually, they put it in there on purpose, but they have the Willie Lynch syndrome to keep their minds down, okay? They have black women to keep black men down. This is common sense stuff, and a lot of black women can't understand or comprehend that, okay? So when you say to a black woman, the white man has control over pretty much everything, and they have a psychological chains around us, all sorts of things. They won't want to hear that shit. You got black women going with white men, and so they bleach their skin and shit because they want to be like, you got to think where they came from. What's the origins from that, okay? Okay, now, what's the next one, okay? Remember, the true reason why Afro-Americans are freed is because of Lincoln, okay? Declaration of Independence, okay? To monopolize on everything that's free, make them human as possible, but not, with limited options, okay? And because the fraternization of the northern white men, okay? The northern white men are a little bit more emotional than the southern white men, You got the Confederates versus the Union. You got to understand those psychological patterns there. The northern white men are more submissive, okay? They're the ones who on Abraham Lincoln's side and say, okay, let's free the Negro, okay? We can make more money off of it. That's how come Abraham Lincoln is so fucking rich, because he had the brain. He said, okay, we just free them, but they're not really truly free, okay? While the Confederates just wanted to be lazy as fuck, having incest with their children and shit, and fucking keeping slaves intact, okay? Slavery still goes on to this day. You don't even think about there's no black man with no chains or getting whipped, okay? Don't ever think that, okay? There's a possibility, a high possibility. I told you this before. Okay, now, okay, Martin Luther King walked with the northern white folks. That's the only way to keep the movement going. Okay, what's the next thing, okay? Okay, I'm down to 6 minutes, okay? The unintelligent and cocky black men will never topple whites, so you have nothing to worry about, okay? You got these thugs, pretty much 70% of the black women, okay, are going towards the 35% of the black men, and also 35%, you can say, large them all together, on white men, because they prefer white men over black men. Of course, even though they're black men, it's more beautiful. They rather prefer a beating the white man, because the white man has more superiority and also money and capital, okay? So that's common sense. They will never topple their hot horses, okay? The black man, the ignorant, 35%, the ones that's ignorant, okay, who's getting the most pussy, will never topple the white man. So the white man has nothing to fear about that, okay? They actually implement that shit. They lack focus and strategy. Pussy, money, weed. That's what they want. This motherfucking ducks who's 6'2", thugs who don't want to do shit. Okay, that's what they are. They can't get a fucking job. I got plenty of jobs. I co-host with the white man all the time. They love me. I ain't no fucking coon. Okay, I know how to respect the game. I know what intelligence is. I know what knowledge is. I do my research and I try to listen to them. I am subservient and I am humble. They sense that shit through me. Okay. And I wear glasses, so that's a genetic trait that I have too, that's blending with them. I play games, and I play board games and all this other bullshit. There's stereotypical patterns, okay? Study psychology is very important, okay? Now, okay, the white man supplies all that shit, pussy, money, weed to them, the 35% of the black men, okay? So that keeps a distraction, while the good men, okay, the average men, are basically limited, okay, on what they can do because of the mothers, because I've been raised by a nonchalant type mother, okay, who was basically not really stable, okay? So she couldn't give me the benefit things that I needed. And plus, my mom didn't know too many white folks, okay? Duh. Okay? I've got my degrees. I went to study. I did all this stuff, but I'm still in the situation I'm in. But I can't help that, okay? This also poor white trash. So everybody is not in the same basket, okay? Just because you got blacks who are poor, that means there's also whites who are poor, okay? Okay? I'm not really technically poor, but I'm actually blessed, okay? But the white man supplies that shit indirectly and directly. And the last final thing is that, remember, those 35% of bad, attractive, highly attractive men who are accepted by the 70% of bad, attractive black women, okay, high attraction and ego go hand in hand. Remember that. That's why black men don't get jobs, okay? That's why white men don't have to fear about black men. They do fear that their beauty. They do feel that their dancing skills. They do fear that fucking harmony. Yeah. Okay, they do feel that fucking sex appeal and that basketball skill, whatever, but they don't have nothing to fear. They have too much money and too much power. They look at Queen Elizabeth. You go way over there to the Britons, okay? You go all across the world, to Europe, to Germany, okay? These are fucking daily motherfuckers, fucking scientists and shit, fucking gray beards and shit. What the fuck a black man got to do with that? And I'm not being a fucking coon, okay? This is a fucking psychological pattern and a barrier. Okay, they tend to have the same attitudes as their 70% counterparts. So the 35% of fucking bad motherfucking black men are the same as their 70% counterparts, black women counterparts. So there is no fucking way in hell that their black man will supersede a fucking white man. Okay, the only great white presidents that was on the stand, John F. Kennedy, Obama, and a few others. Okay. Peace and love to you, motherfuckers. Light and dark. Please ask questions. Keep an open mind. And peace and love to you, brothers and sisters of light and fucking dark. Okay. That's common sense for your ass. You keep following the Bible, you are most likely a hypocrite. And don't fuck animals. Peace.